Hi sweet friends, and welcome to my channel. So today I have for you a kitchen spring clean. I have been reorganizing, decluttering, and refreshing my kitchen, and I want to take y'all along through the process, and let's get started. I brought all my storage bins in here so I can start working here in the kitchen, getting everything switched over to the new bins. Before I start my kitchen refresh, I am gonna hook up my new TV. That way I can listen to some of YouTube videos while I am organizing and cleaning up here in the kitchen. First order of business was setting up the TV, and I got that done. So I've been watching various channels. The one I'm watching right now is Dee over at Thrill of the Thrift. She does resell vintage items. She's a lot of fun. And then the second order of business was to remove all the tags off of the bins. So I didn't do all the bins. I got as many that will fit here, and I just left this one here so you can see that tag is hard to get off, and it took me a while to get these done. But I'm gonna start. I have, excuse the floors, I didn't even bother to sweep or anything until I get all this done. So I have bins there, bins are in the sink, just lots of bins and things to get organized. So we're gonna get this kitchen refreshed and see if there's some things in here that we can't donate. Been organizing for about an hour now. I started at 8 p.m. and it's now a little after 9. So I have salty snacks, sweet snacks, baggies, and that type of thing there. Containers that I use for taking to work. I have all my Tupperware lids. I have a bin of things that I use to make granola or overnight oats. And then last but not least are 3 bins that are full of baking items. And then I've been keeping track of how much expired food that I've thrown out. And so far I've thrown out 22 expired food items. And I've been making a list of some things that I need at different stores when I come across it. I've just been jotting it down so I can add that to my grocery list for the week. Today is day 2 of the kitchen refresh. I am organizing. I am throwing out expired food. I am decluttering. I have already decluttered some items that were not included in this video, but today I'm going to work on this shelf. I have just about an hour to do it. I want to check out all this food, see what's expired, see what I'm not going to be eating, and let it go. To help me with this process, I do have a heavy-duty trash bag to throw any expired food in. I have a pen and a piece of paper in case there is something that I need to write down as far as maybe food that I need to pick up, or I want to keep track of how much expired food I'm getting rid of. I have my Clorox wipes to wipe down each shelf and just a hand towel to get it dried up with before I put the food back. Got the shelves reset and reorganized using the clear bins. It took me about an hour and a half, but that is taking everything off the shelf, wiping it down, looking at all the dates to make sure I'm getting rid of expired food, and then getting it all put back together. Here's what I pulled out that is expired food, and in the trash bag is 34 items, and then here on the floor are some items that are expired, but are they really no good to eat? I want to go back through them. Times are tough right now. Things are not looking promising in the near future. So some of those items, although I may not stock them on my pantry shelf, I have some bins, and I'm thinking just for the foreseeable future, if they're just barely expired and they are still edible, because we all know that they do go past that expiration date. A lot of foods do. I'm going to go ahead and keep them for a while just to see how it goes. I don't want to be starving, in a couple of months because of our economy and thinking back, remembering that I threw away food that was probably perfectly safe to eat. So I will get a bin and put a lot of this food in it that is here on the floor. Here's the bin I'm going to keep. That is 19 packages of food. They're like 2021 food. So marginally expired, but nothing that is leaking or compromised or anything like that. So I'm going to keep those for just in case of an emergency, in case worse turns to worse and we can't get food or something like that. I cannot imagine that I would keep this more than 6 months longer. And then I have a total of 52 items in the trash bag and here on the floor. So I'm going to get those discarded. Next part of the process is cleaning out this cabinet. This cabinet is right above where I do all my food prep and cooking, so it's drippy and crumbs and all the things. So I'm going to get this cleaned up and put down some more shelf paper and just tidy up. I went into Walmart earlier and I got me another thing of this Easy Liner Clear Classic. For the roll, it was $11.47. And then I just cut it the length that I need to align my shelves. Items are in the keep pile, things that I use. These items are in the donate and trash pile. I did get these shelves wiped down, cleaned out, and tomorrow morning before I leave for work, I will spray them with that Bingle roach spray. And then when I get home, I'll be able to put the liners on here and put all the bottom cabinets cleared out, wiped down, vacuumed, and ready to be sprayed in the morning. Laid downtown, got all my new things washed. So in the morning when I wake up, I can get them in the cabinet. Another few of the items. Things that I was just working on is getting this drawer, kitchen drawer painted. And I did that last night and it dried overnight. So I've just put some wax on it. I did use these Waverly products, the white chalk paint and the white wax. So I'm going to let these dry and then I can get everything put back in the drawers. The neighbor's going to come over here in just a little bit and hang this TV for me. I did purchase the TV at Walmart. It is a 24-inch Vizio smart TV, and I also purchased this full motion wall TV mount at Walmart as well. It was $28.96. First casualty of the kitchen refresh. Dropped this little vintage tulip vase. Install the TV up here in this area above the refrigerator. So I did go ahead and clear this space. Move the cabinet out of the way. That way when they get here, everything is ready. Items put over here on the dining room table and out of the way. I had previously mentioned I did paint the drawers here in the kitchen, and I wanted to line them using this Divine Color by Valspar Pill and Stick removable wall and surface covering. I did pick these up at dirt cheap. However, when I purchased them, they were on the Target website online for $29.99. They were dirt cheap for $9.99. I got it at 80% off for $2. And you get quite a bit of product. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get these drawers lined. I love it. I used my Cricut tools to help me get the liner in here perfectly. Use the level to cut it so my lines would be straight and all the things. Here is the hand towel drawer. I did use the KonMari method to fold the hand towels. And then I put 2 of the Home Edit little storage bins in here. One on this side to hold my chapstick and a little grocery bag. I use those for work. I just have one in there. I have another big bin that has all my bags in it. And then one to hold my markers. Y'all know I use those markers to write prices on things when I do my hauls. And then I added some new gold drawer pulls. I originally had this style. This was the style that was original to these cabinets. So when I went to Lowe's to buy new drawer pulls, when I originally did the kitchen redo, maybe like 2 years ago, I just repurchased these because they fit the holes that were already in place. But I have these that I've had for a while, so I thought I would just give them a try, see how I like them. I'm not sure if I'll like having the two knobs. I don't know if that's very aesthetic or not, but we'll try it. I'm not opposed to going back and redoing something I've done, so I will just live with it for a little bit and see how I like it. The thing that I tend to keep in this drawer are cooking instructions. So like when I go to Costco or wherever and I buy like a multi-pack of something, whenever I put that in the freezer, if I'm not going to be keeping the original packaging, I will just cut off the cooking instructions and then just have them here in this drawer so that I can refer back to them. A couple of things that I'm decluttering from my, I don't know, utensil drawer. I don't know what you call that thing. It's not really a junk drawer. It's got like all my baking utensils and big knives and kitchen gadgets in it, I guess. So this little thing of corn holders, it is from 1992. It was my mother's. I don't think there's a need for me to continue to hold on to it. I just cracked the lid trying to even open it. They're so rusty and crusty. I think I can let them go. Of course, we can't hang on to everything. I know we wish we could, but I'm gonna let those go into the trash. They're rusty. That can't be healthy. Next, I'm gonna see if my girl's dad wants this knife. His mother hated our knives, and so she brought her own to have here when she cooked at our house. So this is her knife. So she's gonna give it to him, let him do what he wants to with it. And then I got this really cool watermelon knife, and this thing is horrible, absolutely horrible to cut with. So I'm gonna send that one to the thrift store, and somebody else can enjoy it. Maybe they'll like it better than I did. Here is my kitchen, I guess you say gadget drawer. I don't know. I put my kitchen gadgets in this little Dollar Tree storage bin, leftover holder, I don't know. But it's the deep one, and it holds a lot of gadgets, and I just put them in there so they don't get dusty and dirty from, you know, just being in this drawer. So got that done. Woo-hoo! Got the TV installed. I'm super excited. I have been waiting for about 2 years or more to get this TV up here. I've been wanting it, and I finally just bit the bullet and splurged a little bit and bought the TV and the TV amount for it. It has now been fully decluttered, and tomorrow's trash day, so I wanted to get this filmed so that I can get everything that's going to the trash into the trash can and out of this house. So I have wrote down, I have already thrown away 52 items of expired food. That stuff went out last week in the trash, along with 6 baking dishes. I believe they were like cookie sheets and those type of items. So those have already gone out. Today, I have 24 items that need to go to the trash can, making a total of 82 items that I have thrown away. I have 57 items here on the table that I will be donating. And then I had 19 recently expired food that I did put into a bin to keep just in case, you know, things are a little sketch right now and the economy's not so good. And so I did keep a little bit of food that I probably would not have normally kept just in case. So let me show you what I got. All of these items are ready to go to the thrift store, and I try to be very careful what I'm donating and thinking about if somebody would actually truly want to buy what I'm donating. So 57 items, including these bins, and all the way around to that green strainer there. So some like a griddle pan, strainer, some vintage pot holders in that, a sign, some Pyrex, some Corral dishes, a set of Rubbermaid, I believe. Yeah, these are like for cold storage. A Pioneer Woman cast iron skillet, some Friggies that don't have lids, trash cans, pink Pyrex back there, some a Wilson casserole dish, a watermelon knife, some strainers, some barely used or never used Tupperware, my Pioneer Woman pots. I barely used those. I did decide to throw away my frying pans. They were less than perfect, but these 3 pots do have some life left in them, and I think that somebody could use them. I have just some plastic ware there. I think these pots do have some life left in them, and somebody may want them. Now everything over here is not so good, and I don't want, to send this to the thrift store and then they have to throw it away. This is Tupperware, good stuff that I paid money for, but it's Tupperware, but it's just mangy. These Pyrexes have, they're just old and completely mangy. This is a Tupperware chopper, but you can see it's broken right there. These pans are just yuck. Nobody wants that. More Tupperware back there. Mangy Tupperware. A lot of lids that go with it. This muffin cooker pan, it's broken. More Tupperware. Some Wilson pizza pans. They're a little mangy. And then I may keep these. These are good for mixing up chemicals in the garage. So I may keep these and some of the lids for use in the garage. But other than that, I'm just going to go ahead and toss all of this. And then I have just a trash bag that's slammed full of things that were in the kitchen as well. That's not even counted for on my little sheet. 2 of the kitchen refresh things that I implemented and I lived with for about a week and a half and I'm not too fond of is I did this setup for my silverware. That is a sugar mold, and I think because my cabinets are low, it doesn't look too good. So I'm going to revert back to that white canister that I had. And the other thing is this little white tray here. I liked it better with it on the milk glass cake plate. So those 2 items, I'm going to switch back to the way I had them. Cleared off my shelf where I keep all my cups and plates, and I'm going to get it wiped down. You can see it's so dusty. I was working on restocking my napkins, and I was just going to share them with y'all. These are some graduation napkins that I got a couple years ago at Dollar Tree. They were, I think, 25 cents each. And I just bought all the ones they have, and I still have quite a few packages, but it's like all my colors. Black, gray, white, gold. Got the first shelf put back together. Not really a big change, but just got it. I did vacuum it using my Dyson, and then I cleaned it off using the rosemary and mint multi-purpose cleaner. And so I'm just going to keep going and do 1 shelf at a time until I get them all cleaned down. Cleaned up, cleaned down, vacuumed up, all the things. My shelves cleaned and wiped down and vacuumed. Didn't make very many changes, but I did make a few. 1971, that was a good year for me. Yes, it was. Added some little sunflowers there. Wiped down my Princess House canisters. You can see I have different things in my canisters. I love them. Got my plasticware up there. Some old silverware that was either my grandmother's, great-grandmother's, and then on up to the top. No changes up there. Actually, just to be completely honest, I didn't even get that high up in dust. I think that's going to have to wait for another time. I also got this section of cabinets cleared off and wiped down. No real changes here. I did change out the Good Housekeeping vintage cookbook up there. I did soup salad sandwiches. It's that like a lime green color and I love it. So I changed that out. I'm not sure if I showed y'all my new spices. I feel like I did, but I have them on these Lazy Susans that I picked up from Walmart. They're that home edit brand I've been sharing with y'all. And then oils and that type of thing are on this one. So it works out perfectly. Today I have for you the final walkthrough here in the kitchen, and I thought we would start here at the breakfast table. For my table scape, I have these yellow linen napkins I picked up at the thrift store, along with these really pretty rose plates. They have a little bit of green, which goes with all my plants I have here in the kitchen, and then that little splash of yellow. I think they are super cute. The white plates I picked up several years back at King Dollar. Of course, I have some plants. These two plants here I picked up at H-E-B. I have some more plants back here in the corner. Had those there for a couple of years. Nothing changed over here other than a little bit of dusting. This is where I have my John Deere collection. I do love John Deere, sunflowers, and that. My mother made me this wreath many years ago. She loved to do plastic canvas, and I just think it is so cute. And she put that, you can tell I was married when she put that. That little heart says, Eric loves Catherine. Eric is my daughter's dad, and so I thought that was cute. On this side is the coffee bar. I showed y'all a refresh over here in a separate video. Just got me some new signs at Hobby Lobby. They were on clearance. And here's some goodies down here on the bottom. I did just pot these. The little pots came from H-E-B, but the plants I just am propagating from the succulents I have there on the porch. So there's that. Oakley's eating area. Of course, O is for Oakley, A is for Anderson. The granddaughter gave him a middle name when she was quite little. So OA for Oakley Anderson, and then his food is usually down here in this area. He's been eating outside because it's cool, and so there's no dog bowls there. Right? Here is a view of my kitchen cabinets. I've showed y'all these previous clips, but here they are again. I made a few changes down here where I actually on my countertop, and then going down, y'all saw these, they stayed the same when I reorganized using the clear bins. For the clear bins underneath the kitchen sink. Glass cake plate with my hand soap, dish soap, and sponge. White canister with my silverware. I showed y'all these when I cleaned them up. They're just identical. Another plant on the stove. Some more shelves with a variety of items here. Here's another look at the food shelves. The clear bins have been working out fantastically. Coming up, there's your girl. I love having my TV in here. It's working out great. I hope you have enjoyed that quick tour of the kitchen. All the things that were refreshed, all the things that were decluttered, reorganizing. It was quite some work. It took me a couple of weeks to do. And I hope this video has given you some motivation to declutter, refresh, reorganize a space in your home. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Become part of my friends here on YouTube. And I will see each of you in my next video. Bye, guys.